Namaste family, welcome to Earthly Awakenings. I am Surratt. Welcome all my subscribers, newcomers. Welcome to this this message download from Archangel Uriel. So we all know, I mean, you guys probably know Uriel best, maybe from the Devil card, not to be mistaken with Satan or Beelzebub. Uriel's is the messenger of God between the three worlds. So he's our messenger, and he brings us what we need to hear and what we need to know, and he's here to steer us in the right direction, to remind us if we're going in the wrong direction. As God, when God created man, he told the world he told the universe to serve those that serve him and make tired those that serve the world. And so Uriel's here to remind us if we're out, if we're out of that balance, and to subtly remind us, because God so loves us that he's not going to step in and make us do anything. He'll give us little messages and little hints that we're, perhaps going in the wrong direction. Just bear with me. I don't do notes on anything. You guys know me, I do everything spontaneously. And there's a lot going on in this message, so it kind of goes back and forth. Just bear with me. Only take what resonates. This is definitely going to be a message, for us that have been on the journey for quite some time, but are going through the awakening, that are embracing our awakening, embracing waking up to unconditional love, to our true selves, and to our purpose. Because so, where it's at, so I'm a twin in separation. We've been separated for 18 months, no communication for a couple months now. We met on 4th of July, 5 years ago. She was here on vacation with her dad and her brother. Aspen and I, we had our day planned. We had, had a wonderful 4th of July planned. But there was this crazy nagging pull that actually started the day before to go to downtown Portland. And so I followed that pull, and immediately got downtown and met my twin. Long story short, 4 years later, we fell apart on the exact same day, and on 4th of July, 4 years later. So it's it's all for a great purpose. Okay, so that was 4 years of 4 years together. We built a family, we built a life, and in that, lots and lots and lots of memories. Okay, and so what this message is about letting go. So this is for us, we had a relationship with our twin, or we're in the separation from, in physical separation from a person that we love with all of our heart, have history with, have, had a life with. And so yesterday, my dad died 13 years ago yesterday. And yesterday was an extremely rough day. And usually not, usually I have a good day, on March 2nd, is, remembering my dad, but just given my current, the current situation, the current things I'm going through with my oldest mom and the custody battle and stuff. And so yesterday, Uriel guided me to everywhere I needed to look yesterday. And God knows I did not want to look. It was, I was actually going along kicking and screaming, and suffered much yesterday instead of embracing what was being shown and what was being released. Because the synchronicities to both of my serious relationships that I've had in my life are exact mirrors of how my parents ended. And just the cycle of events, the cycles of behaviors and everything were just uncanny. And so that's where I was guided to, because sometimes we don't look deep enough. With my oldest mom, we were together for a long time, and when that relationship ended, yeah, it hurt like hell, and it ended in a shitty, and not the best of manners, and, again, me raising my child, and, but that relationship, I felt like, it was over when it ended, but still, I did my healing. I didn't date anybody for a couple years because I wanted to heal. I just wanted to focus on raising Aspen, and the thing is, I didn't go deep enough then. But I'll get into that here in a minute, because we've all heard that saying that it takes half as much time as you were together to properly get over somebody. And ever since arrogance kicked into this statement, ever since this awakening, is like, oh, I can just transcend it. But it's not truth. Because it's a bummer, even though we are divine beings, we're also in these human bodies, we're having this human experience, and everything has its time, everything has its process. And so when we're healing, when we're processing something, it takes time, because we don't just store memory in thoughts. We actually store memory in our muscles, in the fibers of our beings, in our daily activities. I don't know, for like you guys that have gone through a breakup, or you guys are in separation, if you think back, around the start, the early stages, everything reminded you of that person. Everything that you did, you grabbed a cup of coffee, you thought of them. You were sweeping the floor, you thought of them. You were making the bed, you thought of them. Well, that one, but just all these just regular activities that you would do. Just be doing a random thing, and they pop into your head. And this is the rub. This is what Uriel made very clear to me last night in my dreams. And he guided me through my entire dreams last night, and showed me everywhere that I needed to look to catch that desire. Desire is tricking us by our feelings of letting go. And so as our bodies, we're having these little thoughts as they pop up and they pop out, as you're driving along and something reminds you of them or whatever else. Yeah, there is divine love in that, but what it is that your body releasing all these little attachments. Because right now your body wants to let go. I mean, deep down in your heart of hearts, we're not here to desire somebody that does not want to be with us. Okay, there's a great purpose in this design, is to make us stronger, because it takes time to build up that self-love again, to say, whoa, I'm better than this. They don't want me, I don't want them, and just let it go. And if it's meant to be, then it will be meant. Then it'll come back. But with anything, if you let go of anything, it always comes back. So in one way or another. So just right now, I know you guys are embracing your awakenings. This is definitely for you that are embracing your awakening, and what is thought, and you know what is thought, and what is ego, and so I just kind of keep screaming at me. So yesterday was rough, and actually, for the last couple of days I've been processing a lot of interesting emotions, and I asked for a feather day before yesterday, and I didn't get one, so I was actually kind of discouraged yesterday. And then I told the spirit team, I was like, man, please just let me know. And it's the tiniest little feather, and we have been windier than all get out. And this little brown feather of healing was sitting right on my porch this morning when I got up. Tiniest little feather stuck to the concrete with just enough water to hold it in place till I found it. It's just a fantastic message to confirm, that. Okay, so whenever the devil card pops up in our thing, or whenever Uriel gives us a message, it's always to remind us. It's always to remind us that we're focused too much on the worldly and not enough on ourselves. Okay, so I know the devil card gets such a bad name, and because it says the devil, so people automatically think it's Beelzebub, or Satan or whatever. But really, we ask for that energy not to come into our readings, so really that energy is not allowed into our reading. So what Uriel is Uriel's the messenger between the two, between heaven and earth, and that's why the star is upside down. Okay, so the star is upside down to remind us that you're pointing too much into the worldly aspects, and that's always desire. Okay, so The greatest trick that the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. And we all know, I mean, he's the most beautiful being. He can look so beautiful. And, you know, and desires, I just talked with my buddy Brian, because it's a tough one. Desire is very tricky, because we say, because it's a motivator, it motivates us to do stuff, but that's not truth. And we're not going to get, you know, that's not what I'm here to talk about right now. But desires are nothing more than mind control. Okay, it's the source of all suffering. And it's our desires for union that's A, causing us to suffer, and B, either stopping that union coming in, or new love from coming in, or just literally kind of freezing your life. And every because it has that waiting energy. You have that desire, there's nothing you can do about it. So if you're in no communication or anything like that, there's nothing you can do about it. So it turns into waiting energy, almost like an anchor in your life, just holding you down. And so Uriel's telling us right now that it is time to let go of all of it. Okay, you're better than this. We are better than this. You know, no human should desire a human that doesn't want to be with them. Or, you know, and if they're not talking or whatever else, they're not in vibrational sync. So to waste any energy into that is, now to think about it, is just silliness. You know, I don't want to be with anybody that doesn't want to be with me, and if they're going through their process, the best thing that I can do is just to let it alone. And because it's these, because there's still attachments. Okay, so if you're given any human in any situation free rent in your space, too much thought, wanting to change a situation, it's you're controlled by thoughts. You're being controlled by a desire, being controlled by emotion, wanting to control. Okay, and that's what life's telling us, man. It's like we have very little control in life. We like to think that we do, but you can't stop anything from happening. You can make very little happen. Okay, you can always hope for the best. Okay, and accept whatever comes. And that's the point, because that's a peaceful life. You know, you're going to be hurt a lot less, because you're not going to expect anything from anybody. And then you're going to have richer and fuller relationships, because they have the freedom to be whoever and whatever they are. See, and that's the point of the twin flame journey, is when we come to that point, that no matter what that human's doing, they could be doing whatever, there's still that unconditional love to let them make their own choice, be their own human, and accept you or not. That's unconditional love. Is you don't expect anybody to love you for you to love them. Is it's their free will to accept you or not. And so you're going to attract in, you're not even going to have to do anything. You're just going to attract the people that are going to appreciate you for you, because you radiate self-love. You radiate freedom from this bondage, freedom from happiness, from material, ephemeral things that are always passing. Okay, because really, I mean, in love relationships and stuff, I mean, on an ego level, they're nothing more than contracts. You do this, I do that, and we'll have our little happy existence. We'll get married that says that you are mine, and that I'm going to love you forever, and you're going to love me forever, and we're bound by this contract. So it's just all silliness. There's no freedom in it. So it is not unconditional love. It is conditional love, and that's what this journey is meant to do. And the attachment to our twin is all part of the process, because it's that carrot. It's that carrot in front of our face that eventually we're going to get tired of fucking chasing that carrot. Okay, and so as soon as we stop chasing that damn carrot is when everything, then you're free, because you're not looking at that carrot and you're seeing the rest of life. Okay, and you're open to accept and embrace what is meant to come in. And I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but chances are it's going to be your twin. You know, but you have to let go of it for it to come in. And I know it sounds a little confusing. If anybody wants to talk more about it, I'm here to talk about it. But it's watching the videos, you know, checking in on energy to to see where they're at or what's going on. It's all of that that Uriel is asking everybody to let go of. You know, the tarot reads have their great purpose to build up your strength enough to stop chasing that freaking carrot. And so for those of you that resonate with this, this is your wake-up call from the divine, that it is time to look at the one who is desiring. Okay, and you'll see, if you follow it, you'll see that it's just a thought desiring another thought that's not letting go. That it's your body is decompressing from everything, letting go everything that doesn't serve it anymore. And all of that is stored in different parts of the body, and it's going to come up through different things, and you know, it's going to be triggered by different things. And so those thoughts, you know, they're just meant to come up and go out. And sometimes they, you know, a lot of them come with a sad vibration or a missing vibration. And I mean, fuck, dude, like I made our coffee every single morning for 4 years. Okay, so still every time I make my coffee in the morning, she pops into my head. And, you know, but again, that's just because it takes time for muscles to, you know, every time you let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, then the pull gets weaker and weaker. That little feeling of lack or whatever will get weaker. So you've heard me say ever since I started this channel, this journey is all about you and your awakening and your healing and your getting on with whatever your purpose is. Your purpose is you. Okay, is to really, even to have a purpose can get a little confusing. Just being the love and the light that you are is, I believe, is the point. And just be open to life, and life will guide you wherever you're destined to be. And I don't know, there's just so much adventure in that. That was like the first thing that I grabbed onto in this awakening, is like, really, like, I don't have to do shit. You know, I just have to be happy and open and receiving. And you know, we all have our responsibilities that are inside us that just happen naturally. You know, instead of, you know, saying, oh, I gotta do this, which is really fucking heavy. You know, instead of just accepting that things have to get done, and they get done without that heavy thought. Is like, oh man, I gotta do this. And because man, there's been points throughout this winter and over the last few months that I have felt so heavily burdened. You know, doing all this all alone, but it's all for a great purpose. It's all been for the greatest purpose. Through my hardest times, I couldn't get a hold of a single human. Just needed to talk and vent. But a lot of times, if you're wanting to talk and vent, you're just wanting someone to feel sorry for you. And that's not the point. Because the point is to transcend that emotion, to see who the real sufferer is. Is it just a suffering ego? And if it's a suffering ego, I'm trying to get rid of that fucking guy anyway, so I don't have to listen to him cry. I just have to watch him and give him space to cry, and not and go about my business. And the reason why ego gets so much attention is because he's so freaking loud, you know. But shit, dude, I live on a busy road, and we've been here for so long. I don't ever notice it, but every time people come over to the house, they're like, "Dude, don't those cars drive you nuts?" I'm like, very rarely do I ever notice them, you know, because it doesn't get my attention. But if you were to measure the decimal levels, it's probably pretty high. It's just not something that's part of my attention. So if it doesn't catch your attention, then it really doesn't exist. And that only happens with time. You know, you can't rush that process. You just got to stay diligent and choose that anything that you can perceive is only a thought. And if you choose not to give it your attention, then it doesn't exist. It'll just be a cloud passing. And it doesn't affect you and your world. And this is to the point that we've all come. I mean, we're all here. Uriel's telling us, dude, like, you are strong, you are stronger than any of these desires. Okay, he's just, I don't know, for some reason, what he put on my heart last night in my dream is, you know, think about it. Do you want someone that doesn't want you? And it sounds mean, because right now I know that it's, you know, that the one that doesn't want me is just ego or whatever. But I'm an amazing human. Okay, I have so much. I deserve so much better than to desire someone that doesn't want to be with me. And so, as much, and I'll love her forever. And even if we never came back together, that love would always remain. But I'm done, you know, I've come to the point, I'm done giving it any more of my energy. And that's the point. I'm tired of chasing that freaking carrot. And it came like a freaking light bulb. And it's like I said, take her eye off that carrot, then it's a lot easier to see life. And even still, like, I've done well. Like, I watch far less videos and stuff like that, but still, it's still little lingering ones. Those tiny little seeds that that all just need to be let go of and released, and you'll be free. Because the harsh reality of that desire, okay, is that however it wants to explain itself to you or to your being, the true reality of it is it's lack of self-love. Is you're not resting in your power. It's coming at your weaker point instead of you, because it can't come when you're rested in your power. Those desires don't even come. You'll notice that they're just not even there, because you're sitting in your power, sitting in your self-love, sitting in your self-care. And then when those feelings do come, it is just that powerful feeling of unconditional love, sending them a well wish and, you know, wishing the best for their life and whatever's happening, and it's gone. You know, it's really cool to say hello, I love you, bye bye, and that, you know, and that's the point of unconditional love, is not grabbing onto, not holding on to anything, letting everything come, letting everything go, letting everything be. So anyway, I just really needed to get this message out for you guys, and I hope it made sense. I hope that it helped. Again, I don't write anything down, and perhaps, I don't know if there's anything that I missed, but I feel pretty good. So just let me know if it helped or whatever. I love you guys very much. I'll still pull cards for us and stuff like that, but and maybe do some DM checks just for people in the other stage, you know, in the other stages, because again, it all has its purpose. But the whole point is to get to the point of not watching videos anymore where it's not even part of your consciousness. That damn carrot just disappears. Okay? Just because you stop looking at the carrot doesn't mean that you let go of the love. It doesn't mean you let go of, all you're doing is letting go of the attachment to an outcome, the attachment to the situation. All right. You are strong, you are beautiful, you are wonderful, we all rock. And so tell someone that they're amazing today. And yeah, I love you guys. Bye.